Welcome to yet another EPLP. As some of you have no doubt figured out from the intro cutscene that just happened, the thread you're currently viewing, and the title screen you are currently staring at, I will be playing through Alone in the Dark 4: The New Nightmare. I'm going to be using the PC version for this LP. If somebody wants me to do the PlayStation version, I'll consider it, but for all intents and purposes, same game. Just a little bit easier to record from. You're going to have to forgive the severe lack of commentary in this video, by the way. There's the intro cutscene, I figured I'd show that, and before we get into the actual gameplay, there's another cutscene there. I figured I would show those without me talking over them, because some of you may want to enjoy the storyline. Plus, I will be playing this game for the first time, so I'm also going to be paying a lot of attention to that. I doubt I'm going to be saying things, so you wouldn't hear a whole lot going through my mic anyway. If you actually want to hear that, or you want me to upload the movies elsewhere, I could get around to doing that because they are encoded in such a way that blah blah blah, etc, etc. I'll avoid the general thing there. So just let me know how you want it to go down, and I'll go through with that. So yeah, I haven't played this game. It's going to be completely fresh. I haven't done a survival horror LP, so it could be fun to do that. It's going to be something different, and well, we're approaching Halloween. It could be fun to do something horror related. Anyway, I'll avoid rambling on too much about that. There is a pretty interesting story around why I decided to play this, but I'll save that for a little bit later, I guess. So let's hit new game and enjoy this little cutscene that's going to play here right in a second.
Gloucester, Massachusetts, October 30th, 2001, 2100 hours.
This is Fisk. I hope you had a safe trip. Now, I can already hear you ranting, but I've taken on a new case. I know, I promised I'd quit, but I was contacted by a man named Johnson to go to Shadow Island and investigate Obed Morton and the Apcanis writing tablets. Does that ring any bells? Now you understand why I couldn't say no and had to leave right away. I'm going tomorrow. I left some notes on the office desk. See you soon, Carmi. Oh, I nearly forgot. If you want to contact Johnson, is it 555-1495?
Boston Police Department. Name Fisk. First name Charles. Date of birth February 17th, 1944. Presumed date of death October 24th, 2001. Somewhere in the United States, October 31st, 2001, 1800 hours, 43 minutes.
So?
They'll be on Shadow Island in about an hour.
Carnby's a loose cannon, but we had no real choice. And the professor?
Professor Eileen Sedrak is convinced that Obed Morton is her... We had no trouble persuading her.
I must have those tablets and their translation. Is that clear, Johnson?
Perfectly, sir.
Daddy?
Miss Sedrak? Eileen? Wake up.
What? Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Here. You'll probably need this. Do you have your radio?
Yes, I have it.
Eileen. When we get to the island, for your safety, you'd better stay close to me.
My safety? Is there any danger? I was hired to authenticate the translation of the Apcanis stones. I will be working with Professor Morton.
My best friend died because of those tablets. He was killed on Shadow Island. And I swear I'm gonna find whoever did it.
I'm very sorry. Listen, I know Professor Morton's reputation. He's a scientist, a great researcher.
Well, to me, he's just another suspect. We're getting close. Shadow Island.
What was that?
The controls are dead. Listen. What's that up? We have to jump.
But before we can get into the actual gameplay, we first have to choose a character. Similar to Resident Evil 2 and some other survival horror games, we have multiple characters, each with their own little scenario to play through. First up, we have Edward Carnby, 33 years old, and he's a private eye. He's essentially the main character of every Alone in the Dark game. He's the big shot, the iconic character, all that stuff. His characteristic is that he owns a double-barreled gun. From the little bit about the game I know going into it, he's sort of the action-focused character. He's focused on fighting stuff, and that's his whole gimmick when it comes to the gameplay thing. Yeah, there is a bit of a differentiation between gameplay between the two characters. I'll get into that eventually, I guess. You'll probably see it when I get around to playing both of them, because I am intending to play through the game with both characters. Yeah, just because. Then we have Aline Sedrak. She's 27 years old, and she's an ethnology professor at the Boston University. Her characteristic is that she doesn't know who her daddy is. I'm guessing that's going to be very important eventually in the storyline, and I'm saying that most likely her father is evil in some capacity. He may even end up being the main villain. I have no clue whether or not that's actually going to pan out. It's just a complete left field guess at this point. So, I'm not sure which character I'm going to play through. Aline is more focused on puzzles, by the way. So, she's spending a lot of the game figuring out puzzles, tracking down keys, that sort of thing. Whereas Edward is killing shit. So, I'm going to leave it primarily up to you which one I play through first. If I don't really get anybody telling me what to play, I'll probably just flip a coin or go with whatever feels right. I am intending to play through with both characters, so ultimately it doesn't really matter. So yeah, any thoughts, suggestions, etc., bring them on. I'll try to go along with whatever you say. And, well, I guess that's it for this update. I figure you've seen enough so far. Tune in next time when I actually play the game instead of just rambling over the occasional menu while showing a hell of a lot of cutscenes. Fuck you all and good night.